feel like I've not been on here in forever. And Noah did get COVID, so we took about 2 weeks for him to fully recover. Thankfully, I tested negative throughout the whole time. And at the end, I still tested negative. But we miss you guys, and I hope that you guys are doing really well. We've been thinking about you guys. We miss doing YouTube videos, so hopefully this is gonna be the first of many to come. You know, let's keep going. Let's keep, you know, staying positive, and I'm just really believing that really good things are coming in 2021. And I also believe that they can happen like right now, today, tomorrow, finding the joys again in things, because there is still so much joy and positivity to be found in your day-to-day, no matter what the world looks like. If you have Jesus, there's always joy. But anyways, I wanted to just kind of hop on here and share with you guys. If you follow me on my Instagram account, I've like kind of announced this new thing, passion that I just started that I'm super excited about. I never thought that I would do this because I'm just like not the person that wears a lot of makeup, but I just started being a brand consultant slash makeup artist for a brand called Saint Beauty. It used to be called Mascara Beauty, but they just changed the name to Saint. It's spelled S-E-I-N-T. I still have my boutique and I absolutely love it, but I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and for so long, after I lost my job in January, I just really felt like the enemy kept like whispering to me that I didn't really have a whole lot of worth in the kingdom because I didn't know what I was called to do with a one specific job, if that makes sense. I didn't have my one job that I could use as like my calling. My family and Noah just kind of stepped in and just was like, Maddie, you can be called to different things in different seasons. It doesn't have to be just one. Like, that is a calling. God calls people to wear different hats in different seasons. And I've just been praying about it, and I really believe that that's just kind of like opened my mind, and honestly my relationship with the Lord too, to just allow him to use me wherever he needs me. That I don't need to put him and bind him in a box and like in a category that he can only use me in one little area, if that makes sense. I've had a new passion, and it's makeup. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. It's the first thing. Who doesn't like a good little side hustle, extra money anyways, you know, to spend on my nails, get my nails did. But this makeup brand is called Saint Makeup, and it's all creams. I'll show you the palette that I have. So it might look a little scary at first, but this is what it looks like. And they have like bigger palettes. They have like double layer palettes where you can like flip it up, and there's like more of these with the eyeshadows too. But this is just like your basic, like what you would consider like foundation almost, and like contouring and like blush. But I even use my contour color for my eyeshadows. Like if you want like a brown, or you can use your pinks for your eyeshadows if you want like a pink. But what I love about this brand and like using the creams is it's so effortless. Like guys, I can't even explain to you how easy it is, and it just doesn't make sense how they blend. That they blend so well. Like I could literally run and put everything where it needs to go and have it like on my face, and then take this brush and then go like this, and it all is like where it needs to be. It's insane. But I wanted to hop on here and just kind of do like a quick makeup tutorial and show you guys about this new brand. And if you have any questions, if you want to be color matched, or honestly if you just wanted to get their brushes, because their brushes are incredible no matter what makeup you use. Like this is insane. I've had a lot of my friends just be like, hey, can I get that brush? So even if you don't want to do the makeup, that's totally fine if you want to try one out. Hopefully I'll be getting samples here soon, and I can send you one. But I just wanted to show you guys how easy and effortless it is, and you can literally use the creams, because they are creams. You can put them anywhere you want to and use them for anything. So like my cheeks, my blush can also be used, like I said, for my eyeshadow, or even for my lips. Yes, for my lips. And my contour can be used for my contour, also be used for my eyeshadow. It's just crazy. So I'm gonna hop into it really quick. First, I'm gonna start off with, you have two highlight colors. The word highlight is basically another word for like foundation and concealer, but for Saint Beauty, it's called like 3D foundation. And what that means is It's basically because our faces are three-dimensional, they're not flat surfaces. And so each cream is designed to not have to have it overlaid. Each cream is dense enough to where it can be put in one place and it doesn't need to have anything over it or underneath it. So I wouldn't put my foundation all over my face and then put like my concealer and then do my contour and stuff like that, which is great because that means that you are saving so much makeup in the process. And also these, I didn't explain this earlier, each of these little palettes, like they pop out. It's a magnetic thing, which is so great. So if you run out of a color and you just need to order one more, you just pop it back in here. And this is all, they make a little bit bigger palettes if you need, but this is all that you'd have to like travel with. That's crazy to me. I'm all about minimalistic stuff, but first, if you have any blemishes, I'm gonna take I have two highlight colors. The lighter one is supposed to go all underneath your eyes, in your T-zone area, and underneath your chin, anywhere that you would want to brighten up, basically. And then my darker, so this will be my lighter one, my darker highlight color can hide blemishes, and that's gonna be the color that goes over the rest of my face, so like your foundation color, technically. Then I have my contour color and then my blush color. You put your darker spots in the areas where you're gonna be red, that you need covered up a little more. I just learned, which I think that, I also have a mirror right here because it's kind of easier to see. But I just learned that if you have spots that you're trying to cover up, to not use a lighter color to cover them up, but to use a darker color. I feel like that does make sense when I say it out loud, but for some reason I always thought it was a lighter color. So I'm now learning so much. Now I'm gonna go to my lighter highlight and put it underneath my eyes and like my T-zones, like I said, and to lighten up those places. Okay, they always say to take a damp sponge, your like beauty blender, and make sure that like it's not damp to where like if you squeeze it, water comes out. It needs to almost just feel cold in a sense. So wet it, squeeze it all the way out, put like a rag or paper towel over it and squeeze it to get a lot of like the moisture out. But you do want it to feel almost cold feeling, and you don't want to use a rubbing motion because it'll take off your makeup. You need to do a pressed in to set it. This is for my girls who love contouring. I don't contour like my nose or like my chin, but a lot of people do, and that's totally fine. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your contour brush and your contour, and you're going to, they say to get like a very thin, this is too thick, but a very thin like brush even, and you contour the lines from your eyebrows down to the ends of your nose, end of your eyebrow down to the ends of your nose, and then you meet them together right here. That's how you technically like contour your nose. Let's just see if I can lightly dust. I don't even think I'm doing it. I'm a little scared because I don't really contour my nose. Okay, can you tell that I kind of like, I lightly did it? Now I need to blend it. So now I'm just gonna take it and blend it. I've done my makeup almost every day for like 2.5, 3 weeks, and that's all that I've used. And it's a pretty like thick tin. But I wanted to show you guys really quick. And I love Anastasia and Tarte. Sometimes if I don't want a full kind of like cream look, I will take, this is the contour powder kit from like light to medium. And I'll just take my brush, you can tell the colors, I'm a very light skinned, fair, let's use fair, not pale. So I will just mix some of, like 2 of these and then put them underneath my eyes as almost like a setting powder kind of. But if you wanted to use like a translucent powder, you can do that as well. For my blush color, which I have not been telling you guys the colors, I'm so sorry. My 2 highlight colors that I got were Sandy and Candlelight. So the Sandy and Candlelight, like I said, highlight is kind of like a mix of your concealer and your foundation, because we at Saint try to call it like 3D foundation. And so that's my like lighter and the rest of my face. Those are those two colors. My contour color is olive because I have a more olive undertone. So that color is called Olive. That's what I was using on my cheeks. And I don't have a lot on right now. And I didn't put on my bronzer, but I do have a bronzer somewhere, and it's in the Bella color. It's a cream bronzer, so you definitely do not need a lot at all. And that's more for if you need color, kind of like where you would get sunburnt in a sense. That's what the bronzer is used for. So you would just honestly like lightly on this like more fluffy end, I'd get my bronzer and I would just like fluff it like right here, kind of like near my nose. That's if I need just like some extra color. But because it's like winter and the rest of my body is nice and pale, I don't need to look any darker on my face or else I'm gonna look like I'm wearing like white gloves. So anyways, my blush color that I'm now about to do is called Pink Grapefruit. So it's definitely a more pink color. There are more colors like a neutral, and they're beautiful, makes you look more natural. I just always really loved a good bright cheek because I've never really worn like a ton of makeup, so I've always just loved some color to make me look like alive and, you know, anywho. So let's do that. So I literally just dab like a little bit on there. You put it on the apples of your cheek. What do they call it, apples? This makes me look like it's not like this side is ugly by any means, it's just, this gives you a little bit more life. Now I'm just gonna use my contour color for a little bit of eyeshadow, but if you don't want to do that and you don't wear eyeshadow, which I usually don't wear eyeshadow, this is just basically what I've been playing around with and I've kind of liked this. But I take my contour color, like I said, this is the color Olive, and I just lightly dab it and then I put it on my creases. My eyelid, just like a little bit. I have to look at my mirror down here. And if you do have primer that you want to use for your eyelids, go right ahead. And then sometimes I will just, there you go. I'll take my like lighter color again, and I just go over, under, I can't talk to you guys, underneath the arches of my eyebrows to lighten it up right there, so that they don't get too dark. You can even put your highlight here, like your shimmer, highlight shimmer, if you want. Not a lot at all, I just love a more natural look. And so all I really have to do now is put my mascara on and maybe some chapstick or a little bit of lipstick, and I'm done, guys. Like, it's pretty crazy, and it turns out beautiful, and you look glowy. But like I said, if you are having more oily skin, you can always go take translucent powder and just lightly kind of like brush over so that it doesn't, kind of helps absorb some of the oil. But it's so simple. I literally use, like, if I want to use my Anastasia stuff, this is this, and then maybe this sometimes, but even without this, it's this simple. I just have loved it. I think sometimes things just speak for itself, so I'm not gonna like push this down anybody's throat by any means, because I think there's a lot of amazing makeup brands out there. And so you just do whatever best suits you, that you love using, that's really good for your skin. And if you want to try it, then reach out to me and I'd love to help you get set up and figure out what colors you want to use, or even if you just want to try one. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay safe, wear your mask. I love you guys so much, and I'm just like praying for safety, for health, and for a lot of joy to come your way. Love you guys.